Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to film this video for you today because I'm pregnant. I'm 15 weeks. I'll be 16 weeks on Friday, and I just wanted to sit down and tell you guys about my first trimester, how everything went, and talk about like my cravings, my symptoms, and then give you guys some tips and advice that I found to be really helpful. I've been doing a lot of YouTubing, watching videos, just kind of like digesting as much information as I can because I'm a first-time mom. And so I figured sharing my experience would help other first-time moms as well. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if you're interested to hear about my first trimester, then just keep watching. So I made an outline here, and if I forget to answer something, if you have a question about anything, then definitely be sure to leave me a comment below this video or on my Instagram, and I'll be sure to answer that for you guys. So like I said, I'm 15 weeks pregnant. I'll be 16 weeks on Friday. I'm due September 13th. This is my first baby. We conceived on the first try, which I know is extremely lucky. I feel really blessed to have been able to conceive so easily. I'm surrounded by people in my life. Sorry, I'm kind of out of breath. I just ran and got some water. But I'm surrounded by people in my life who are having trouble conceiving, and so I don't take it for granted at all. Me and John know how blessed we are, and I think I've told that to everybody that I've talked to since announcing that we feel very lucky, very blessed to have been able to conceive on the first try. So how we found out. So we conceived the week of Christmas because that's when I was ovulating, and then I tested on New Year's Eve because I thought, how cool would it be to find out on New Year's Eve? But it came back negative, which I kind of expected that because I feel like that was too soon to find out. But then I tested again on January, I had to look at my planner, January 6th, and it was positive. And so the story there is John was working out of town. And actually, let me back up. This is not how I ever planned on doing this. Like, I'm mad at myself for doing it the way that I did. But it's just how it is, and it's fine. But John was working out of town, and I was having a hard time sleeping one night. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I'm just gonna go take a pregnancy test and just see. Like, I just had a lot on my mind, and I didn't record it. John wasn't with me. I don't know why I did it this way, but I went to the bathroom and took the test, and it came back positive, and I FaceTimed John in the middle of the night, and I was like, turn the light on, turn the light on. He was like, what is wrong? He thought obviously there was like an emergency, and I held up the test, and he was like, you're pregnant? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh my gosh. And we talked on the phone, we FaceTimed for a while, and then he was working in Columbus, and so I drove up to Columbus the next day, and we spent the day together and celebrated and stuff. But I mean, I did not expect to be able to get pregnant so quickly. I thought it would take us months, maybe even years. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's so common for people to you know, have a hard time conceiving. I just kind of expected that for us, and so even though we were trying, it was still a shock. But yeah, that's how we found out. And we kept it to ourselves for a while, for a few weeks, and then I told, you know, a few people here and there. But how we told our families were kind of different. I told my family's in Florida, and so I sent my niece a little shirt, like a little baby shirt that said, promoted to big cousin, and I mailed it to my sister's boyfriend, and he like put it on her, and then she walked out and surprised my mom and my sister, and they were, you know, surprised, and they cried, and it was really fun. And then John's family, we actually were having pizza at their house, and we got an extra pizza box, and excuse me, I made a copy of the ultrasound, and we stuck it in the pizza box, and then on top we wrote like special delivery coming in September. And so when we walked in, excuse me, John was like, oh, we have you know, we got this kind of pizza, and and then we have something else, and he opened the box, and they were like, oh my gosh, and it was really fun. But yeah, telling everyone was super fun. I did have something really devastating happen, and well, I mean, devastating to me. The nurse at my doctor's office ruined the gender. Like, she just blurted it out on the phone and told me and ruined it, so I didn't get to do any kind of like gender reveal or anything like that. I was devastated. Like my doctor called me and apologized, and it was like a whole thing. I was really, really upset about that because this is my first baby and she completely ruined that for me. And so yeah, if that's happened to you, like please leave a comment because it really sucks. I mean, I was really upset and I was really looking forward to doing like some kind of fun gender reveal something, and I was like Pinteresting things, and she just took it away from me and I was really, really upset. But you know, you just move on. And we decided to do some pictures like to post on social media and stuff like that. And we had a really fun time doing that. We ordered some smoke bombs. It was so fun. So the smoke bombs only last like 90 seconds. And so you have to like figure out how you're going to pose for the pictures and then like pull the thing, and then like they start smoking, then you have to like wave the smoke around, then pose. And it was really fun. We actually even got the fire department called on us because there was so much smoke, but it was really fun. If you've ever been interested in working with smoke bombs, I highly recommend trying it because we had so much fun and the pictures turned out really cool. We got some really cool effects with the smoke bomb. So anyways, that's how we found out. That's how we shared with everybody. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about my symptoms. So when I first found out, well really overall, my symptoms have been very, very mild. I've had no nausea. I had nausea a little bit, but then I figured out, one of my nurse friends told me, she was like, are you taking all of your medication at once? So I got on prenatals, obviously, and then I also take a ton of like multivitamins and other things. And she was like, try splitting up your vitamins throughout the day and see if that doesn't help. And it did. So the nausea wasn't from pregnancy. That was just because I was taking too much medicine at once. But yeah, there's been a couple times where like there's been some smells of food where I'm like, I didn't really get sick, but it was like, ooh, I don't like that. Like, you know, if I was like out somewhere and I smelled something and I was like, I think your senses are just more heightened. But I've not been sick any, which I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I mean, I really feel like God is just like blessing me with this pregnancy because, I mean, yeah. So I have felt really tired. I mean, I've taken more naps than I ever have. I've slept in a lot later than I ever have. It's not terrible, but it's just a noticeable difference than my usual baseline. I definitely can tell that I've been moody. I think John can tell it too. Yeah, like I definitely feel like I've been on edge. I mean, just my patience is really thin and things like that. Like I think like the hormonal changes, I can definitely feel a difference. I've been really thirsty. Like I have my water everywhere because I've been so thirsty. I feel like I can't get enough water. So I've been trying to like get up in the morning, chug a bottle. Like I feel like I have to constantly tell myself drink, 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 drink. I want to get myself one of those like tall bottles that has like a time printed on the side or something to kind of help me get through it, because I feel like when you're drinking water bottles or even like cups from home, it's easy to think you're drinking more, but you're not really drinking as much as what you think. So I definitely want to get one of those like big, like, I don't know, gallon jugs or something. I feel like I need it. The first few weeks, like in January when I found out, I did notice that my breasts were really tender. It kind of just felt like a period, honestly. Like my boobs get sore during periods, and so it kind of felt like that. Honestly, it wasn't like, you know, more tender than when I'm on my period. Those are pretty much all my symptoms I've had. I mean, I feel very, very fortunate to, you know, have very mild symptoms. My mom and my sister, my older sister who has a baby, they kind of had the same experiences when they were pregnant. They didn't have super strong symptoms, so I don't know. Maybe it's something in our DNA. I don't know. But I feel very fortunate. Next, I want to talk about cravings. So I haven't really had any cravings. And honestly, I'm a little disappointed about it because I feel like everyone's like, oh, when you're pregnant, you're going to crave like really weird stuff. And so I'm like waiting. I'm like waiting for the pickles and ice cream craving. Like I'm waiting for this weird like, and I haven't had it yet. I've just had cravings like normal chunky girls have. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, well, I just like donuts and pizza and tacos like normally. Like, I'm not seeing anything like different. So the only things I can think of, like I was trying to think like, has there been anything? I feel like I got some watermelon a few weeks ago, but I love watermelon anyways, but it tasted so good. So I think maybe that was something my body was craving. But I eat a lot of watermelon in the summers anyways. And then Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwiches, that's my main, like, that's what I always get when I go to Chick-fil-A. And I have been eating the heck out of that. But again, I'm kind of like, that's kind of the norm for me. So I don't know if it's like really pregnancy or if it's just me. I don't know. So anyways, again, I just hit my second trimester. So maybe that will change. I don't know. So when I do my second trimester update video, I will be interested to see if that changes. I will say something about eating. I've not been able to eat as much in one sitting. So usually, I mean, I feel like I definitely overeat in general. Like it's something I really try to like work on, is like not eating everything on my plate. You know what I mean? Like trying to have smaller portions. But I've noticed I physically cannot eat as much as I used to be able to eat in one meal. I feel like I have to eat more frequent but smaller meals throughout the day. And so like last night, I really wanted Taco Bell. I really wanted a cheese bean rice burrito from Taco Bell. So I got 3 tacos from Taco Bell, and usually like I'll eat 2 or 3 normally. Well, I ate 2.5 last night, and I thought I was going to die because I was really hungry. I literally thought I was going to die. Like I was so, like I had a hard time sleeping. I felt like I ate a Thanksgiving buffet, and I had like 2.5 small tacos from Taco Bell. So that's been interesting. I think it's just, you know, your body's like, you know, my body's like moving things around, and maybe my stomach's like doesn't have as much room. I don't know. I'm not like a medical person, but it's definitely noticeable, and I really hope it helps me lose a little bit of weight because that'd be nice. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to all of my advice that I have. Again, I'm a first-time mom, and so I've just been binging these types of videos because I feel like any tip and trick that I can gain from somebody else, like that's amazing. Like I want that advice. I need to learn, and I feel like learning different types of experiences, I mean, education, you know, knowledge is power. And so that's why I'm going to share all these things with you. I'm sorry if these are very basic, but you know, there's a lot of people that don't know much about pregnancy until they're pregnant. I mean, I'm kind of one of those people. Like I know some things, but until you're pregnant yourself, like I don't think you realize how much you don't know. And so anyways, I feel like my number one thing, and this maybe should be the last thing, but my number one thing is just going to be enjoy it. Enjoy being pregnant. I've really enjoyed it so far. I mean, I think I've had a really good experience, so it's easier for me to say that than someone who's like puking their guts out all day for like months. But being pregnant is a miracle. It really is. Like it is a huge blessing, and just really try to enjoy it because 9 months goes by really quickly. Next, I'm going to say read and educate yourself on being pregnant, on nutrition, on exercising. Things change up when you're pregnant. Like what your body needs to fuel itself is different. The type of exercise you can do is different. So, you know, get on YouTube, get on some blogs, whatever, talk to your doctor, obviously, and see like what you need to be doing because it's very different. And I feel like unless you work in the medical field, like in mom baby or something, you may not know. And so definitely dig in and kind of do some research on that. Next tip is going to be start researching what you want to register for your baby shower. We went to Bye Bye Baby and kind of walked around, and I just took some pictures of things that I thought I would want. I've been watching YouTube videos of like must-have baby whatever videos. And that's helped a lot. Like, I mean, there's so many things that like I didn't know I would need. I mean, again, I'm a first time mom, like I don't know what I don't know. And so, we've had a lot of fun, honestly, just like looking at everything. And, you know, there's like so many varieties of strollers and cribs at Bye Bye Baby. Like, have you ever been there? Because I think it was like the first time I went was like this past month, and there's just like a wall of not cribs, well, there's cribs too, but a wall of strollers and car seats. And me and John were like, okay, like, where do we start? And so, you don't want to save that, pressure of trying to do the research and figure out what you want right up until your shower. And so take the time while you have it now, to do some research and figure out what you want. I mentioned this earlier, but start prenatals. As soon as you find out you're pregnant, you're going to want to go and get some prenatals. I can't advise you on what to get. I'm not going to. I'm not a medical person. And so talk to your doctor, do your own research, figure out what's best for you. But it's just important that you get started on some prenatals as soon as you find out. The next thing is start a pregnancy journal, and buy a baby book. So I have a pregnancy journal. It's in there. I'm not going to go get it because I haven't wrote in it. I think it's by, What to Expect When You're Expecting. Like, there's that book. Well, this is like the journal that accompanies it. And I mean, I hate to say it, but I feel like I've had nothing to write about. My pregnancy has been so smooth sailing that I feel like, what am I going to write down? And so I've not really wrote much, but you might. I'm also not a huge journal person. Like, I don't journal. That's not something I enjoy. But you know, I'll obviously write down like the big moments, like, I don't know, but whatever the big moments are, I'll be sure to write those down. I found the coolest baby book, which I'm going to save all this stuff for another video. I'm going to do some sort of like pregnancy must-haves or something like that. So I'm going to save all this to share in another video, so be sure to subscribe so you will know when that video is posted. But I found a really cool baby book by National Geographic. It's really cool. But yeah, I'll show you that in another video. The next thing is start thinking about the preparations that you need to make for like prior to baby and then after you deliver. Things like insurance stuff. Do you need to talk to your work? Do you need to have childcare for your other children? What do you need to do to your house? Do you need a different car? Like, having a baby is kind of a big deal, and it really does affect like everything in your life. And so, like I said, time's gonna go by really fast, and so just make sure that you're kind of thinking about, maybe make some lists about everything that you're gonna need to do kind of leading up to delivery and then like right afterwards. Some of the things that I'm thinking about are talking to my insurance company about getting a breast pump. We are talking about meals, like kind of getting house ready for baby. Do we want to do some sort of food delivery service? Like the weeks after, you know, we deliver, that type of thing. So yeah, definitely start thinking about those types of things, because time's gonna go by quick and baby's gonna be here before you know it. The next one is a really fun one, and that's start thinking about your baby shower. So I actually already have mine scheduled. I have the place, I have the date. I reached out to like vendors, like I'm trying to go ahead and start getting that figured out. My baby shower will be July 25th, and I'm so excited. I don't know if I've said this yet, but I'm having a baby girl. I don't know how I didn't say that in the intro, but that's why I wore pink. So yeah, really excited. But I think we're gonna do like a tropical themed baby shower with like a lot of colors and balloons and stuff, because it's gonna be in July, the shower. So I feel like that would be perfect. But yeah, really excited. So just start thinking about your shower, kind of like a theme and a place, and because you probably need to go ahead and at least get the venue and stuff booked. So that's fun. That's all the fun stuff about being pregnant. So the next piece of advice I have is to reach out to other moms and talk to them about their experiences being pregnant and having a baby. I feel like, again, everyone's experience is going to be different. Every pregnancy is going to be different. Every delivery is going to be different, and that's okay. Every body's different. That's just how life works. But again, talking to different people, getting their experiences, learning what worked for them, what didn't work, what they regret, what they could change, you know, if they could, things like that. It's only going to help you in your experience. So it's been so comforting to me to talk to other people and hear like, yes, I felt that too. No, I didn't. Oh, you should try this, register here, things like that. So definitely reach out to people, and I think you'd be surprised at how comforted that you feel from that support. the last thing I want to touch on are doctor's appointments. So basically my first appointment was 9 weeks. So I found out January 6th. My first appointment wasn't until like after Valentine's Day. So I had a long time to wait until I could actually go to the doctor. The doctor said that was fine. I was really stressing out because you just want to go to the doctor and be sure everything's okay, and you know what I mean? And I had to wait, and that really sucked. But my first doctor's appointment, I was 9 weeks, and I had an ultrasound then. And then my second appointment was St. Patrick's Day, and I wasn't supposed to get an ultrasound, but I did because they had like somebody practicing, and they're like, hey, can we practice on you? And I was like, sure, free ultrasound. But all they do there usually is just like check your vitals and like listen to the baby's heartbeat, and that's all that appointment was going to be. And so I just want to share that because I had no idea what to expect. I don't know, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, okay, we're gonna go, and I figured like the first appointment, I figured there'd be an ultrasound, and you know, be sure you shave your legs, because I didn't shave my legs and I was embarrassed because my OB, I mean, he's a guy, and I was just like, well, I'm really sorry, but I didn't shave my legs and I didn't know you'd be doing all this. And so he was like, it's okay, it's fine. But yeah, so I think every other appointment pretty much is going to be, you know, your ultrasounds are at certain appointments, but for the most part, I feel like they just check your vitals and check baby's heartbeat. So that's all they did at my appointment. But I just wanted to share that in case you just, I don't know, just so you have like an idea of what to expect. Oh, and we always have to pee in a cup. So I always take like 2 or 3 bottles of water and try to chug them like as soon as I get there, or maybe even like on the way to the appointment. Drink as much water as you can, because they always have to test your urine for protein and things like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I, you know, answered some questions that maybe you had about your first trimester, being a first-time mom. I'm definitely going to incorporate lots of mom content on my channel, because it's been so helpful to me to watch mom channels and see how they do things, and I love that type of thing. So definitely expect more of that from me in the future. If you guys have any video ideas of things that you want to see, things you want me to talk about, let me know, and if I can do it, I absolutely will do that for you. Yeah, so if you guys liked this video and it was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to get my channel to hopefully to 1,000 subscribers at some point. So share this channel with anybody that you think will be interested, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching. We're so excited for this new journey, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.